Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today from Sicklerville, New Jersey, is Nick Lalwani with Create by Influence. Nick, thank you so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thank you for having me, Charlene. It's a pleasure.
Well, tell us all about Create by Influence.
Right. So, Create by Influence, full service digital marketing agency based in Sicklerville, New Jersey. We're a 5-year startup helping a big book of business with 4 major verticals. We have the real estate, financial, contracting, and health and fitness sectors. And, our value proposition is a lot different than most. I think a lot of people put marketing in a different types of buckets where we like to take everything outside the box and get really innovative with our process. So it's a pleasure to be in this field and a place that's continually evolving. And we're looking forward to grow this year because we're definitely in grow mode.
All right, so break it down for us. Tell us what you mean. You take it out of the box. You take another look at it. So talk to us. Either give us an example, or kind of maybe give us a sample of, hey, here's what a typical client might come to us with, a problem they need us to solve, and here's how we make them look good.
Right. So every client, they have a different step of the journey that they're in when they're looking at digital marketing. You got those guys that really don't have their online presence established yet, and they're looking for that big overhaul of opportunity where they can, actually scale their business online by utilizing social media, paid advertising, actually generate leads instead of buying leads from third-party sources. So that's why I work with a lot of people in real estate, people that have lending companies, like a loan officer that came to us the last quarter of this year. He wanted to scale his lending company, small business owner, basically doing all his own lead generation. We basically helped him recreate his brand, recreate his image to where it was more personalized, because his motto is he creates buyers. So he's not the type of guy that pushes someone away because they're not qualified yet, but he'll give them the tools and resources to make them qualified so that they can actually purchase a home, if that means, in the next couple months or 6 months down the road. So it's very unique in our proposition because we really take the time to get to know our clients and build a relationship that's built on transparency first. And then we create a strategy that's built around them rather than just getting them something that this is what you're going to get, and that's it. It's not cut and dry. It's very unique and tailored.
And how do you help those clients measure success?
So a good question. I mean, everybody looks at success a little differently in this space. Some people just want to look at their marketing dollars, what's coming in and what's being generated as far as a return on investment. For us, it's really, we want to see how much, revenue a company can generate with us, but we also want to measure their happiness. And one of our biggest value propositions is we give our clients confidence. We have people that never really thought outside the box and got so used to doing things a certain way. And then we started to slowly integrate things that got them thinking more creatively about themselves and how they looked at their business and how they looked at the future of their business. And that's kind of like the magic. We consult with our clients so we can understand them more. And then, ultimately we want to get them outside their comfort zone, just because that's how we operate as a team. That's part of our culture. So it's very unique to see, we're not only transforming our clients' businesses, but we're transforming the way they think about themselves in their businesses.
I recently had a conversation with a client, and I said, you got all great components, you just don't have any sizzle. And she seemed to that was like, oh my God, that's the piece that's been missing. So I think you're exactly right. Sometimes getting somebody to get out of the side of themselves and look at it with maybe not just fresh eyes, but maybe even your eyes, to say, hey, this is how we see you. And they go, you know what, you're right. Because sometimes you need to kind of step outside and kind of see yourself from a different perspective. Let me ask you this, we've got 1 minute left. What advice would you give to someone listening to this interview about how to maybe take those first steps to, if they're getting stagnant, that's stale, nothing's working for them, maybe what little piece of advice could you give them to maybe start themselves down that mental process?
Right. Great question. I would say really focus on picking a specific focus, because there's a big rabbit hole when you're trying to grow. You want to do too many things at once, and that's where you feel you hit your bottleneck of the process there. You got to figure out what's the one thing that's going to make me a little bit different than this next quarter, this next season, and then work with people on attacking that goal. Get the right people, team, and process in place. So, every client we come with and encounter with, we always set a quarterly goal, a quarterly projection. What are the milestones we're going to hit in 3 months together? And then we're going to review that after those 3 months to figure out what the next 3 months are going to look like. That way it's realistic. You know, if you set too many goals at once and you don't hit them, then you're going to keep repeating the same process over and over again and hit that wall. Whereas you do something that's realistic that you can approach in 3 months, tackle it, then you can approach the next goal. Simple as that.
That's how you eat an elephant in the room, one bite at a time. Well, Nick, thank you so much for joining us today on Digital Champions. It's been such a pleasure to speak with you. I can see why your clients just love you so much. You got this big smile, and you're just so positive. So thank you so much. Come back anytime to Digital Champions and share some of your insight with us.
Thank you, Charlene. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's been our
Have a
pleasure.
great
And if
day.
you'd like to learn more about what they're doing over there at Create by Influence, you can start by checking them out on dailyadbrief.com. Well, I'm your host, Charlene Shirk. Thank you so much for joining us on Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.